One day, George the steamroller was waiting for Percy to take him to a new workplace. George was being rude to Renaeus and Skarloey. "You're just worn-out wheels on worn-out rails. You need rocks for your roads," replied Skarloey, "and we're helping you." "I need to flatten little engines in the scrapyard," retorted George. Then Percy arrived to take George away. He was still rebelling. "Railways are no good. Turn them into roads." The little engines were pleased to see him go. "Rollers are rubbish, so good riddance," they called. George grumbled all the way to the old branch line. He was going to turn it into a road. When they arrived, George was rude again. "Bumpy ride on rotten rails. I'm glad it's over." "So am I," said Percy. "Huh," huffed George. Percy was still fuming when he met Thomas. "What's up, Percy?" "It's George. He makes me feel down." "Just ignore him," puffed Thomas. George was now enjoying himself. "Ripping up rails," he chortled. "What a life!" "What do you think of this, Thomas?" Thomas took no notice. George felt insulted. "You're a useless blue puffed ball," he shouted. But Thomas didn't hear. "I'll show him who's boss." At last the workmen reached the level crossing. "What shall we do here?" "Tear it up, tarmac it," said George. So they did, but not properly, and George knew it too. Later, Thomas was travelling home on the same line. He was pulling trucks filled with vegetables. The signalman had forgotten to warn his driver about the crossing. "That's nice, we don't need to stop," said Thomas happily. "Yes, we do," called his driver, but it was too late. One summer's day, Thomas and Percy were idling in the station when Bertie the bus arrived. "Have you noticed something?" said Bertie. "What sort of something?" asked Thomas. "The Fat Controller. He seems different," replied Bertie. "I did see him staring at the clouds this morning," said Percy. "I wonder why." The reason was simple. It was Lady Hatt's birthday and Sir Topham had a new outfit. "It's perfect for my birthday party," said his wife. "You'll look splendid, Topham dear." "And I'll wear my finest hat just for you," he replied. "Your birthday is a great occasion." "It is, so don't be late." "Don't worry, my dear. I shall be spick and span and right on time." Later that day, the Fat Controller had changed into his new suit. "You look fine, sir," said the station master. "You'd best be going." "Indeed," agreed the Fat Controller. "The engines are busy. I'll take care." "Is it reliable?" asked the station master. "Certainly," said the Fat Controller. But it wasn't. As he sped along, he suddenly saw a large hole in the road. He braked hard, but it was too late. "Bother! Now I've got a puncture. If I change my wheel, I'm sure to dirty my suit, and that would never do." Just then, he heard Caroline. "I have to attend my wife's birthday party, and I cannot be late. Please give me a lift." "I'll try, sir." But Caroline didn't like going fast. "I'm hot. My engine will overheat." And it did. "Told you so," said Caroline sadly. "Bother, bother." Then he heard a loud whistle. It was George the steamroller. George was cross when he saw Caroline. "Call yourself a car, you're a disgrace to the road. Find yourself a scrapyard." Caroline spluttered in fury. George's driver was more polite. "Can I be of assistance, sir?" "Only if you can get me to my wife's birthday party," sighed the Fat Controller. "We can take you to Thomas," replied the driver. "He's just down the line." "Much obliged." And they rumbled away. What about me? Wailed Caroline. I'll send for help, called the Fat Controller. Stay there. That's all I can do. George was enjoying rolling along the lane, but not the Fat Controller.